What is so interesting about Dubaawi is he encompasses everything that you want in a stallion. Because not only does he breed sprinters, he also breeds milers, and he also breeds the best stayers. And that is almost completely unheard of. There are three things that matter with a stallion. One is his race record. In other words, how good a racehorse was he? Secondly, his pedigree. In other words, the story of his family. And the third thing that matters is his physical appearance. You look at his head and you decide, you know, has he got a bold head? Funnily enough, the eye is so important. If you look at Dubaawi's eye, he's got a good eye on him. And the other thing that matters is the distance behind his cheeks here. Head bud, head bud. In here now. This matters, you know, this area here. He needs to be bold, he needs to be strong. And if you look at the shape of his shoulder, it's the shape of an athlete. A lot of horses have very straight shoulders. He has a more sloping shoulder, which means that when he moves like an athlete. What's also interesting about this fella is his length. A lot of stallions are longer through their back than he is. He's more compact. So he's got that length of a sprinter miler, but he has the genetic ability to produce stayers. But they're stayers with speed because he is a speed machine. And then look at the depth of him. Look at from his wither, which is this bit here. If you look at the wither down to the depth, to his heart room, he's got plenty of heart room. Does he have what's called a conformation? And the conformation means, is everything physically in the right place? Because a racehorse is like a Formula One motor car. You want all the power in the world for as little weight as possible. And whether you're breeding or buying young horses to race, athleticism is everything. Athleticism, pedigree, and simply the physical attributes to be a racehorse, to be a superb equine athlete. I mean, it's quite incredible, really. Here we are doing an assessment of a horse, and we're looking at the world's greatest stallion. It's extraordinary. The bi-millennium, one cannot overstate what a massive influence he was on Godolphin, on His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, on everybody who had anything to do with him.
He was unbelievable, the way he looked. I mean, beautiful animal. We sent the horse to Europe, and he won in France, he won in England. 15 years ago, he won the Bay World Cup, and he broke the track record that day. Then, until he retired, he's one of the best horse he came to the Godolphin.
He left a legacy, and that legacy is Dubaawi.
Thank God we have Dubaawi.
Every single thoroughbred has a story to tell through his pedigree. Here we are in Dubaawi's box, and you will see up on the wall there's the pedigree chart. And the pedigree tells us so much. Because his father, Dubai Millennium, was brilliantly fast, and he was by Seeking the Gold and Mr. Prospector, who were brilliantly fast. And then on the mother's side with Zumaruda, she won the Italian Oaks. Her father, Deploy, was second in the Irish Derby. Her grandfather, Shirley Heights, who won a Derby. So that's more of a staying side. So when you look at Dubaawi himself, you can see a strong, muscled athlete who looks more like a miler, but his pedigree tells what he is, which is a horse that can get you anything. And that's what makes him so exciting.
Dubaawis have very much a type of shape about them. They're not over big, but they're a very racy, almost precocious looking type. Well, I think she's a very unique Dubaawi stamp. She's got the same colouring as her father. She's got a very deep girth, rounded rib cage as well, very good bone and substance. You can tell that her temperament is excellent, very, very cool and calm, and that is one of the great attributes of Dubaawi and his progeny.
99% of them have that stamp, and they're hardy.
Toughness, isn't it?
Yeah.
The brand, toughness.
Yeah.
Mental toughness as well. It just like Dubaawi himself was a mentally tough horse. Yeah. Talented, but mentally tough as well. Never missed a day training. galloped him every Saturday and ran regular.
Yeah.
Just mentally, physically a tough horse. I think he's stamping his progeny the same way.
They've just got great constitution. Very stable-minded horses. They'll grow a hand when they get to the races. They know when they're going into the ring, which for a racehorse's point of view, that's what you want. You want them to know when it's time to pull the sleeves off and get on with the job. And that's what Debawis will do. Very straightforward horses to train, and that's what they are. A trainer's dream to have, really.
We feel very happy to see Debawi babies. They become really something special, and they win big races in the world.
Debawis is still only 13, and he's produced more Group 1 winners this year than any other horse in the world. He's produced more stakes winners than any other horse in the world this year. And we're already seeing sons of Debawi going to stud and being a success. So not only is Debawi a sire, but he's a sire of sires. When we're looking at him in those paddocks, his foals and his yearlings and his young horses, the dream is fantastic. And, there's a lot of dreaming, but when it goes right, it's good.